The Traveler is responsible for humanity's survival here on Earth. Not only did it bring about a golden age of new technology and knowledge, but new life as well. When the darkness arrived, the Traveler made its last stand, where it then would lie dormant for years. This last dying breath did something unexpected though. Floating devices called ghosts were dispatched into the world and solar system to resurrect certain humans. Those who could defend the Traveler, the light, and what remained of humanity. These of course were the Guardians, but why did the Traveler choose humanity to create these Guardians? It's visited many other civilizations before, so why us? Today we're going to discuss if any of our alien foes could become Guardians, or how close they may have been to making that dream a reality. Guardians are still a big mystery in the Destiny universe. Despite playing these characters for 7 years now, we still don't know many things about them. Why did the Traveler choose us? Why raise the dead to create an army for the light? Was it for the Traveler's own agenda, or do we have something that the other species and planets didn't? All Guardians have some things in common. When chosen by a ghost and resurrected, they don't remember their past life. Whoever they were before doesn't really matter now, and they have a new purpose. Each Guardian also has a companion in the Ghost, the one who helps guide them on their adventures. And lastly, each Guardian is human, a part of the last safe city on Earth in this group of people trying to save their dying planet from alien forces. As told through the lore and some previous cutscenes, the Traveler has visited many other planets previously. Mercury was made into a garden world, Io was in the process of being terraformed, and the biggest of them all, the great machines stay on the Eliksni homeworld, Reese.
And peace, not unlike your golden age. We worshipped the great machine, but fate intervened. With it came a whirlwind of destruction. In the chaos, the great machine fled, abandoning us all.
So the Traveler gave the Fallen the same treatment. They built starships, megacities, and prospered thanks to the gift of the alien sphere. During this time, every Eliksni looked like a captain. This is what the Fallen or the Eliksni normally looked like when things were well in their environment. But one day, the Traveler would mysteriously leave. Was it because of Aramis and the civil wars between the houses, or did the darkness arrive and force it to flee? Legends call this event the Whirlwind, and it damaged the Fallen severely. As mentioned, those fallen houses would fight for supplies and food, and ether was used as a social mechanism rather than being a necessity. The question remains though, the Traveler stuck around here for the longest time in terms of other species that we know of, that is, so why aren't there Fallen Guardians? Now there could be many explanations. Perhaps the Guardians were only created when the Traveler was at its worst. The darkness arrived here on Earth, and with the collapse about to happen, the Traveler did what it could to push back this alien foe and release the ghosts, to continue what the Traveler itself no longer could. That's at least what the speaker told us in Destiny 1. So that could explain why there aren't any Eliksni Guardians currently, because on Reese, ghosts didn't exist, therefore they couldn't resurrect into Guardians. But have there been any other cases where races or species were made into Guardians or worship them? Now first with the Fallen, we know some of them are obsessed with the idea of the light and also their machines. I mean, look at Taniks, he's essentially a Guardian with how much he's been resurrected, right? You then have other examples like Aramis and her plans in the Deepstone Crypt to become Exos. That's kind of like a Guardian as well. You have robot strength, you can be rebooted and come back to life, and so on. But in terms of actual Eliksni Guardians, we don't have any of those yet. The closest thing we have of course to this is the House of Light and Mythrax. This house worships the Traveler and allies with humanity rather than fighting us for the last hundreds of years or so. Now, not sure about you, but I can definitely see something happening in the future. Maybe the Traveler chooses more champions as this final battle is about to take place. Those, of course, who are worthy, like the House of Light, could become guardians as well. We have been becoming allies with all of these different enemy species in the last couple of seasons or so, first with the Cabal and now the Fallen. So maybe we will see Eliksni guardians someday, or perhaps they'll just stick to their splicer tech. In terms of resurrection though, nothing says a ghost can't choose something else besides a human, right?
Now, imagine more hands, all joined against a common enemy.
More Eliksni houses?
Eliksni, Cabal, Hive too, perhaps. Imagine what we could all do if we simply understood.
You would join hands with Savathun?
And lastly, for the Fallen, Mythrax in previous lore before this season was actually part of a Guardian fire team. They ventured together to the grave of Sir Ido and possibly went on other missions with each other as well. So Mythrax definitely wants to fit in.
The House of Light. We wish to destroy the Vex, to aid the Guardian. Same as you, yes? The Guardian is almost here. Stay down. Stay quiet.
How do you know we can trust them?
I don't. What the light provides.
So what about other races like the Hive? Now the Traveler did make an appearance near Fundament a long time ago. I do find it kind of hard to believe that the Traveler would even consider the Hive because of what they've done with the worms and the deep and all of that, but the ghosts didn't exist back then either. But it isn't that far off when you think about the light and other species. We see Gaul was able to harness the light himself in the Red War. So in terms of other guardians being created by the Traveler, other species, it could be possible. This creation of human guardians was most likely a mistake. The Traveler wasn't planning it, it just happened as an effect of the Darkness's invasion and the ghosts being created. So let me know down below, do you think we could possibly see other species become guardians in the future? Perhaps maybe after the Light and Dark saga is over, or would that completely ruin the story and humans being guardians is supposed to be special and we're the only ones? If you'd like to see some more Destiny lore and mysteries just like this video, be sure to check out the channel. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name's Evade, and I'll catch you Guardians in the next one.